Sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, when Roxy and Thor stayed at daycare when we went to Michigan, it was right at Father's Day weekend, so they did Father's Day, and they had them. We are actually in the lake right now.
Wow. Pretty.
See why we're doing the rise down to the shore now.
Shocking. They're having to step in, moderate, because usually it's just like restrict.
The dust is getting to me.
About 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You'll be going across there.
I think Dave yesterday pulled back off a little further back.
So, what's all that stuff?
All those boats?
Hold down your excitement.
No, all that stuff
Up on the ceiling? That's your life jacket in case we sink. You guys can start your way up to the boat. Make sure you don't stand on the landing where they turn. You'll see the track. The boats are bigger than you. You won't
much
win.
bigger than you.
You guys enjoy your tour. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Thank you. I remember Emily checking in all kinds of stuff, and they kept saying, no, it's not best to make it.
separate river systems that all flowed one into the other, creating an immense lake capable of storing 1.4 trillion gallons of water. Okay.
Welcome everyone, I'm Acacia, I'm your guys' tour guide. We'll get started in just a couple minutes. Well, limestone is a sedimentary rock forming the ocean floor. So while often see fossils in it, there's actually quite a few little worm fossils over here in these rocks. You guys will look at those. There's also a large coral fossil right up here. It's much easier to see from afar. But the reason limestone is important to us today is because as it was forming on the ocean floor, sulfates forced their way up into the limestone and dissolved the weak points in the stone. This created large cavities in the rock and eventually tectonic plates.
Partially.
Pretty nice. Yeah. Careful, okay? Careful. It is. Watch your step.
And it got the name for two reasons. The first reason they called it the Discovery Room is because they drilled that tunnel in 1959, the one we just walked through. And when they started it, they didn't know this room was here. And they got about 180 feet into the mountain and hit this area for the very first time, doubling the size of the pool. The second reason is called the Discovery Room, though, and longer, eventually looking more like this. Because they grow like that, they are hollow through the diameter of a drop of water. So they're also called soda straws. That chili pepper continues to swallow up that tubular stalactite, eventually turning it into a stalactite. Stalactites hang tight to the ceiling. They haven't seen them through ceiling. And they are hollow because they started out at 100 years. When these formations finally grow together, we call them a column. And you can see that little one right there.
Oh, you can see that.
But beneath that column is another formation. This is our fastest growing formation we have in the cave today. It is called flowstone. It's this big chunk right here. And flowstones create as water flows over a surface continuously. It grows. So this hole will let a good stream of water in and let the crystals just pour out right here. Alright, since we've come in here, I'm sure you guys have had a minute to look around and you've noticed that there's a lot of different colors in here. 5 exactly why it's called peanut brittle.
Person, stay right here. Kirsten. Don't touch anything, okay?
And this formation was actually created by a large pool of water. That pool of water was once filling this area up all the way to here, which is why you see that shell stone on the cave walls. And it stayed at that level for a few hundred years, so debris down here. Although it would have been a lot easier to see the debris a few hundred years ago, before formations like these flowstone and the stalagmites have started to grow over it. But another really cool part of this room is we get to look out the basement. Originally, James Richardson and Charles Merton would have started at the top of the mountain, which is the last room we see, and then they would have worked down into the cave. Eventually, they found this room, and they thought it would look at in this room is the fact that we don't have a lot of formation growth going on. We believe either a clay or a chalk deposit has prevented the water from reaching this point, so it's also preventing the crystals. Although on your guys' side of the room, there is a little bit of formation growth going on, so we do of course protect this during field trips and things, but that's what makes it feels like a rock, you guys.
Hello. So this is already dead?
Yep, it's already dead.
Kristen.
So you can't kill somebody? I could see the stairs. Where? Look.
Riley's gonna like this.
Oh, is it all?
Alright, we're gonna go to your left. Come on, Riley, go. Go. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. There's the bacon.
It was the first room discovered and the first room explored. And of course in 1878, the first explorers didn't have these fancy rails and pathways we get to use today. And not only that, but they also had to do some extensive rock climbing to get to the natural entrance. Okay. With the little light they had, and initials above that area as well. Another thing is this room has a formation that doesn't grow in any of the other rooms because the ceiling is, they kind of look like broccoli or brains because of how the water gains velocity.
Heck yeah. That's what grandparents are for, though, you know?
You and Grandpa with your.
That's actually a house. You do have to get a back to school haircut one day. That speaker must be so loud.
Are you sure?
This brown, you see this brown landscape?
Oh. Wait, I don't see it. Related to my sheep. What?